right, here we go. Another day. It's Wednesday. Wow, March 15th already. Where did the first 2 weeks go? We finally got some really nice weather. It's cool for here, but it'll be 54 and sunny. It was like 23 this morning, which is very cool for here. Anyways, all three of us are hitting it today. I got a bunch of fuel. I got 40 gallons of fuel. We'll fuel up all the machines and we'll keep hitting it. We are making some really good progress, and I'm itching to start compiling some of the videos for you guys to get some fresh air. So let's get some sunshine today and time in the woods. You can't beat that. All right, here we go. All right, we're rolling. We were out a little late, but we all had other stuff to do earlier. I'm gonna tag team with Phil for a while. We're gonna give that a try on the main road. And Curtis took my truck. He's filling up the big excavator, and he's gonna continue on the 30-acre parcel. Should be a huge day of progress today if nothing goes sideways. All right, there's Phil. Not sure what our plan's gonna be if one of us has to switch around, because I'm gonna go behind him and I'm gonna pluck the big stuff, because I get tangled up in this stuff. Although we'll see what his plan is. He obviously didn't hit this little bitty stretch. I think he's hit this, but honestly it's pretty decent where it's at. I mean, I'll just pull stuff that's like right on the edge, because this main road would be nice, you know, to have get a good sized tractor in here and whatever else you want to get in here. I'm hopefully picking up a new disc tomorrow for this property, and it's an 11-footer. Look at that, it's like the trees just like throw the stuff back at me. It's an old John Deere 11-foot pole behind disc. Yeah, that one's got to go too. So I'm looking forward to that. I mean, this place, I believe, unless something happens to one of the three of us or machines, I believe that in about 2 months' time, we'll be ready. We'll have new food plots in. They'll all be green. I got some deer towers coming. They'll all be in place. It'll be turnkey. No ins, ands, or buts about it, as Mama used to say. All right, this is kind of skimpily done, but maybe we're going to come back this way, I guess. All right, I'll find where he's at and what his idea is here. All right, now I found him. So I'm gonna just run behind him, and I'm gonna pull anything that needs pulling out of the ground.
It was closer than I thought.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's the plan? There's a few that you missed there, but it's only about a 30, 40, 50 foot stretch.
Yeah, well, I was working my way back that way, but that's the bottleneck that I was talking about.
Okay.
So did you pluck, or I need to go back and cut, or both?
You need to just trim some, but
okay.
There's really not much that needs plucking.
Okay.
So right. I mean, I say we go this way and try to finish this out. I'll go behind you, and then, you know, on the way back you could get that.
Get that on the way back? Okay, we'll go that way, and you'll see a couple of big ones that I left that are really, the genuine got to be plucked.
Okay.
You know, and but it is pretty good. You know, it just depends on how wide we want it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, this is plenty wide, and I'll make that determination on the bigger ones.
Well, you can always come back and make it wider.
Yeah, but this is plenty wide.
But punching it so that it can be shown was what I was going for.
That disc is 11-footer, so at least this road and the road going to the bigger plots is going to have to be.
Does it got wings? No.
No,
it's all
just
11.
fixed 11 feet.
Okay.
All right, I'll follow behind you.
Okay.
All right, that's the plan.
All right, back out at 291. Gonna try to kick this trail to today, get her done. Everybody's fueled up. We're getting after it. Kick a little bit of Moonshine Bandits on. Knock this out.
All right, we're trying something a little different today. So this is the main trail that runs from east to west, or vice versa, of course. So we're trying to get this at least 12 foot wide. So Phil's going to run it first with the brush cutter, and he's going to clear everything that's hanging over and that's kind of high branches, because I get tangled in those. And then any small stuff like 1 inch or less, he's just going to go ahead and mow it down. But then he's going to leave the rest for me to pull out with the excavator. This way, there won't be any stobs in it, or very few stobs, I guess, if you will. And I can move through it much faster pulling trees, because all the tangly stuff that gets my boom will be thinned out by Phil going ahead. So we'll see how this goes for a while. It was a pretty good day. Let's continue on. So this will give you an idea how narrow it is. I mean, this was the existing road, and we had trimmed it all by hand before. So on yesterday's episode, I flew the drone over Curtis on the 30-acre parcel, and he had the big excavator. And man, it looked like he put a highway on the perimeter road of that 30-acre parcel, which, don't get me wrong, that's kind of cool. But I'm like, man, that's a lot of time. Why are you making it so wide? And then I got to thinking, like, with Phil and I, like, you could see here why Curtis had to make it so wide. Because just to swing his boom around on that big Komatsu, he had to make that thing a really wide trail on that 30-acre parcel. And when I'm in here with the excavator, I'm also getting tangled in every single branch and vine that could possibly grab onto my boom. So it's tight spacing. It's a little frustrating, but once you get it broken open to like 10, 12 feet wide, then it becomes a lot easier. So let's continue on today. I think we're going to actually finish this one main trail. Fingers crossed, maybe.
Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the southern Illinois area. West of today, sunny. Highs in the lower 50s. Southwest.
And a chance that you're messing up my jams.
Tonight, partly cloudy until midnight, then becoming mostly cloudy. Lows can be...
Check this out. This is the very back trail. I mean, this thing you could barely get in. Push her down, baby. Oh, you got another one. Oh, double. Oh, I got you. I got that one. Yeah. And this was just after Phil cleaning it up. Beautiful. Just beautiful. I'll probably have to take this cedar right here. But wow, what a difference it makes. I mean, the whole wood. Hate when that happens. The whole woods looks different. I should have known better. This is harder dirt right here, so you don't want to push over. So I'm about wrapping it up. It's been a long day for me. I'm tired. But we had another day of huge success. There, now it's an even better view. So we got the hardwoods over here that go down to the creek, and
you still have oaks mixed in, but then you see you have all these hard maples in through here. And you see how many there are.
Yeah.
Maples are one of your biggest shade producers. They take up
acres and acres and acres of cedar thicket that way. All right, so this particular spot in the trail was the really big wet spot, the puddle. If you remember earlier videos, we had a couple of cool shots of the Polaris machines cruising through this thing. So Phil went through it with the brush cutter, and I'm making it extra wide because I want to have to do some dirt work here. I want to be able to make this a dry section of road. So he's going to grab some footage here. It's going to be a little more than expected because I am making it wider so I can dig a gully along the side of it to hold the water so the trail stays dry. So let's check this out. What do you do?